We have been contacted a few times recently by employees who are going through an investigation process with their employer in relation to allegations that have been made by colleagues about them and which they accept they have done. But there are circumstances where they have said, I didn't intend for it to be offensive. I didn't realise that it would cause this upset to them. Now, in those situations, it's really important that the employee is honest and upfront about the situation, especially if there is clear evidence that they have done it. There's no point in lying and trying to cover up what's happened. It's much better to hold your hands up, accept what you've done, but explain your mitigation in relation to that. So explain that you didn't intend to cause offence, that you recognise now and understand that this has caused upset to your colleague and that you would never do it again, and of course you understand and are prepared to repair that relationship. The difficulty if you don't is that if your employer does find you guilty of that conduct, then it would likely be reasonable for them to terminate your employment. And it would be unlikely that you would have a claim for unfair dismissal, especially if your employer has followed an investigation process and especially if there's clear evidence that you've done it and it is something that would constitute sexual harassment. This is serious conduct and it would, in most cases, justify termination of employment. Now, it doesn't mean that your employer has to terminate your employment. And this is the point I'm trying to make, is if you find yourself in a situation where you are being investigated or facing a disciplinary and you have done it, it's important that you put forward your mitigation, that you give your best case and that you show that you have learned from this and that you are prepared to move on and behave appropriately in future. And emphasise all of the good things that you've done for your employer and all of the skills and experience that you bring for them, and hope that they will agree to keep you on. All too often, I see people who are being defensive and trying to throw mud back or try to undermine the employer's process when they are guilty of that conduct. And really what they should be doing is trying to repair that relationship. So if you find yourself accused and you have done it, the most important thing is be honest, try to resolve it, and try to appeal to your employer's better nature to allow you to continue and have a second chance.